Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and today we're going to look at battle training, which is the first thing that you have to do when you've created an account. As you can see here, it's going to give us some credits, it's going to give us some experience, which we can then use to buy new things like ammunition and so on, and upgrades to the tanks, and experience, which is going to help unlock those upgrades to the tank, and also help us improve our crews, which is a subject for another video later on. Okay, so the crews can be, well, we'll talk about that in another video because it can get quite complex. So we'll just dive straight in to the training. You click on start, and when it loads up, it's dead simple. Okay, it's all just how to move around. Use a standard WASD for moving around. Use a mouse to move your view around. At the beginning of the game, before the countdown has got to 0, you can see that the turret doesn't move, but the tank, but my view does. After the countdown time is done, moving the mouse moves the turret, but if you press right click, it also moves. Take out that Jeep. Okay, so really self-explanatory. Just follow what the game says. Okay. You'll have noticed as well that when I move my cursor around, the little green circle gets bigger and smaller. Okay, when I'm moving it around, it gets bigger. When I keep it in one place, it gets smaller. You can see that there. When I'm driving, it gets bigger again. That's your accuracy. That's the area that you're likely to hit. Okay. So, as we move on, there are a few more controls that it doesn't tell you about in the game here. Okay, so for example, if you want to stop suddenly, you can press spacebar, and that puts on the brakes. And there's also a cruise control. Okay, if you tap R, now that's what it's set up to on mine anyway. If you tap R, you'll put on cruise control a little bit, and if you double tap it, it goes on a bit quicker, and some tanks you even tap it 3 times to get the full speed. Okay, it's dead simple. I'm going to skip through and we'll move on. The important part of this though, really, apart from getting used to the basic controls, is how to lead a target, which is, in other words, how to hit a target that's moving at a fast speed. And you'll notice me do a few things in here. I move my cursor well in front of their target, and I will then wait for their enemy to get to a certain position before firing. Now this gives me the advantage of letting my gun aim a little bit, so I'm more likely to hit them. The shot's less likely to fly above them. So there we go, it waited a little bit, fired, moved, not moving far enough there, should have moved to about there straight away. Fire, hit him again, and again I move to the other side of here. Doesn't come out quite as far, shoot and bounce. And you'll notice as I move, the targeting circle gets smaller and smaller, so I leave it in place, don't move it too much, and the next shot goes right through and kills him. Okay, it's a very important skill that. You will practice it lots in games where people are moving across you. Obviously it becomes harder if they're further away and if they're moving very fast. So when we come back into our garage, we'll get the completed message going up there, and the next thing is we'll be looking at the first initial fights, the first 10 fights that we now get against bots. Okay, and that'll be the subject of the next video, and I look forward to seeing you there. Okay. Remember to like and subscribe, and leave any comments below. Bye bye.